Let's bring in Brittany Van Voorhees talking about the rain that we've had, scattered showers and storms. That's going to continue throughout the week, too.
Yeah, and here's the biggest problem is that because we have these same areas that are getting more and more rain, we have seen some isolated flash flooding. Now, this is a bigger issue for folks in the mountains and foothills, as you could probably guess, because they often do see those higher elevation spots, which means more runoff. Now, on the bright side here is that a lot of our rain actually here in Charlotte, a lot of our water system actually gets rain from up in the mountains and foothills. Think about the Catawba River Basin. It flows down toward places like Mountain Island Lake, down toward Lake Norman. That's why when we had excessive flooding from Helene, it was such a concern. Now, in this case, because we have seen a good amount of rain, except really with these isolated spots that have seen flash flooding, this is again a positive thing for us with the exception of these few spots. Now, I do want to point out here that Alexander and Caldwell County are still under this flash flood warning until 1 o'clock. I would expect this to potentially be canceled early because the rain itself is lightening up, but sometimes it does take a little bit of time, right? There is an ongoing threat for typically, let's say 30 minutes or so after the heaviest rain starts to diminish. These areas in Alexander and Caldwell County, think over towards Sawmills. This is just south and east of Lenore, south of Kings Creek toward Little River area between that and North Lakes. These areas have picked up an estimated rainfall total from radar about 4 to even 5 inches in some areas. Now, those really heavy rain events have been isolated in very specific spots, but if we get additional rainfall tomorrow, that could create more issues. This is also the case over in Henderson County. This is south of Asheville, where there have actually been some reports of water rescues. I've been looking around trying to see if I can find some of these reports, and nothing confirmed so far, but it does look like one of those areas could be over in the Batcave area. So please keep updated with WCNC Charlotte, not just overnight, but into tomorrow too, right here in our WCNC Charlotte mobile app, and we'll have the latest for you as soon as we get it. Here's a wider view. With the exception of those areas in the mountains, we're really not seeing much in terms of rain overnight. I would anticipate a few areas of showers and thunderstorms. Still, some of our model guidance is going overboard a bit when it comes to rain for tomorrow. I do expect us to get some of those areas of light rain and drizzle early, and then we could see scattered showers and thunderstorms similar to today, mainly repeating in the afternoon and evening. Do I think it's going to be a washout? Certainly not, but I did bump us up to a 50% chance of rain and storms, again, mainly in those afternoon and evening time frames. Staying pretty cloudy heading into Wednesday and Thursday, but we are going to increase that rain or increase your rain chance tomorrow and then likely drop it again heading into Wednesday and Thursday. Flash flood guidance shifted a little bit further north there to account for some of those areas, of course, up in the mountains and foothills. You saw that there. Heading into tomorrow, though, we lower that. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we didn't get an update from the Weather Prediction Center and maybe add in that medium risk again for the mountains and foothills just based on the rain today, but it does start to lessen by the end of the week. So flash flooding is a very isolated concern, and we know that it often happens from the same area, seeing rain and kind of training storms over and over. But long range guidance here, you can see how the areas in the mountains and foothills could see higher rainfall totals than the Piedmont the next few days. So I just want folks to be aware that if you've already seen a lot of rain, you already know that you're at risk because you're in a low-lying area that's prone to flooding. If we're talking about people who need to keep an extra eye on the forecast, we're talking to you. Here's that Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. So again, 50-50 shot of rain and storms tomorrow. Most of that late morning, early afternoon into the early evening hours. And then Wednesday, Thursday, we'll see that lower just a bit. Cooler and maybe a little bit cloudier this weekend with temperatures only reaching the 70s. And then we kick off the first day of June. That's a week from today. Hard to believe. Meteorological summer actually trending a little bit cooler than average, maybe only reaching the mid 70s.